Well, yeah,
Oh, we're
we're
live.
we're in a federally mandated, um,
Oh, yeah.
face mask zone here, so in a federal facility. So yeah,
Well, we're live now. So,
cool.
hello. Welcome to the Oregonian Oregon Live Facebook Live with Andy Bryant. He is a meteorologist with the National Weather Service in Portland. Did I get that right?
Actually, I'm a hydrologist, but I
Okay, he's
work
a
with a whole
hydrologist.
room full of great meteorologists here, and
Okay.
I know what's going on with the weather today.
Okay, cool. I always ask if you're a meteorologist, and then this time I was like, you know what? It's almost always yes. But
Yep,
I know you now. That's probably why in my head I was like, but this is not a meteorologist.
I'm the one.
You're the one. Well, we're here today because you might have heard there's this rumor going around that it might start snowing in the Portland area.
Yep.
Is
Yeah,
that
we
going to
get all
happen
bound.
soon,
Yeah, we
or
think
is it
it's going to
already?
happen. This one seems like it's on the doorstep, and
Okay.
um, yeah, it's always tricky here to get the mix of cold temperatures and precipitation. And
Mhm.
we've got the right setup for it. We have a storm coming in off the Pacific, and we're drawing cold air through the gorge. It's
Mhm.
kind of nasty, windy, cold in the gorge right now. In
Is
the
it's
20s.
snowing in the gorge, right?
Yeah, they're getting a little bit of snow, but it's really windy,
Mhm.
and so that means that the cold air is coming from east of the Cascades into the Portland and Vancouver metro area. So yeah, it's setting up, and we're looking at snow starting probably late afternoon, sometime between 3 and 5 p.m.
Okay.
We've had some like a mix of rain and snow and freezing rain all morning in the early,
Mhm.
you know, um, I guess for the past 5 or 6 hours. But it's kind of showery right now, and it's not really doing a whole lot for impacts. But um, late afternoon and early evening is when it'll really get wound up.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at my window, my parents' window in Northeast Portland, and it's very windy, and I know it's very cold out there.
Yep.
So, what time do you think is the ground frozen? Like, does anyone have, do we have to worry about sliding around on the drive
Yeah,
home
you
today?
will. You don't right now.
Okay.
Temperatures in most of Portland are still a degree or two above freezing,
Okay.
but that'll change. Temperatures are just going to gradually drop through the day, especially the closer you are to the gorge. So it'll
Okay.
take longer for the west side and southern parts of the metro area to get colder.
But
But
those of us in Northeast or
yeah,
Southeast Portland.
yep,
Okay.
yeah,
So I'm gonna
it'll
drive home
happen
soon.
sooner. So um, yeah, any areas where the ground is wet, then that will freeze
Okay.
tonight.
And it's been
If
raining, so
Yeah,
the ground is wet.
I don't, and the amounts have been pretty spotty, so
Mhm.
it'll, which that actually can be more tricky because you can go from
Right.
a dry kind of non-slippery surface, and then all of a sudden, you're dealing with a slippery road or sidewalk,
Yeah.
so that could be an issue.
Right. Well, someone in the comments here asked, will Salem get any snow? Do you know about, is it going to stay up here or is it going to get all the way down into the valley?
So it looks like with this, we actually have two snowstorms that are going to be moving through the area. So we have one tonight,
Hmm.
and well, yeah, basically
Hmm.
tonight. And so
Okay.
when you wake up tomorrow morning, a lot of people in Portland, in Vancouver, and up into Southwest Washington, like Longview, Kelso, you're probably going to have some snow, anywhere
Okay.
from 2 to 4 or 5 inches.
Whoa, that's
Um,
a lot. For
remember,
us.
it's a range, though.
Okay, I
Okay,
know.
it's
But even two.
yeah,
When was the
it'll
last time Portland had 2 inches of snow? A couple
it's
years
been
ago?
a while. Yeah, we had um March of last year. We actually had a
Mm.
quick shot of snow, and there were places that had a couple inches of snow, but not
Okay.
everybody got it.
Yeah.
So this will be, yeah, widespread. It's going to be white everywhere in the Portland, Vancouver metro area. But
Okay.
as you go south into the Willamette Valley, with this first storm, we think Salem will probably have a mix, some freezing rain, probably not much in the way of snow accumulation. So it's not out of the question, but that doesn't seem likely.
You know what?
Now,
They
there's
got snow last time, so I don't feel too sorry for them. I'm from Corvallis, and I was seeing a lot of people posting, oh, here are
or yeah,
snowmen. So,
yep. Well, everybody's gonna get their turn
okay.
Friday night and Saturday because
Okay.
we're gonna have more widespread snow, and probably the only area of the Willamette Valley that won't get snow is down in the Eugene area. Even with that second round, it'll probably be too warm down there. And I may, as we're talking, I may peek from time to time. I've got another computer system set up
Oh
here, and
yeah.
I can kind of,
Give
see
us
what
the most
things look
up-to-date
like. Yeah,
information.
yep. Um, but yeah, Salem could get some snow with that Friday night, Saturday morning system.
How much do you think Portland area will get Friday night and Saturday?
Well, that could be real interesting. There could be places in the Portland area that end up with close to a foot of snow by the time this is all done. Now, there will also be places that only have a few inches probably.
Okay.
So, but we're looking at several inches. And so again, that would be, anywhere from probably 2 to 4 inches this evening and tonight. And then we'll have snow off and on during the day on Friday, and then heavier snow Friday night and Saturday morning, and that could be several inches for some places.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of exciting. I guess, I do remember, was it someone said 2016 when we had that pretty intense snow situation that
Yep.
ended up lasting for like a week?
Yeah, so
And
it
there was
was
ice and
December 2016 and then January 2017.
okay.
January 2017 was when we had the really big snowstorm in downtown Portland, where a lot of places had over a foot. So yeah, now that was a stretch, really. I mean, there was that one big snowstorm, but we had a lot of winter weather in the months of December and January. This is only going to be, like these 3 or 4 days, and then by Monday we're back into the temperatures in the 40s.
Okay.
So it'll be short-lived. It's on a weekend, so
It's not going
kids
to be that
can play
horrible.
outside.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah,
That's good.
that's kind of what is shaping up. It is going to be really unpleasant in the gorge. We have a blizzard warning in effect for basically the western half of the gorge, so from kind of the Cascade Locks area west to Troutdale or Corbett, that area. It's going to be really windy, a lot of snow, blowing snow, and temperatures in the 20s. And it's probably going to be slower to warm up there. And then we're also over in Hood River and the Hood River Valley. They could get a lot of snow over there, probably 1 to 2 feet over
Oh,
there.
wow.
So
Yeah, some people are asking about Troutdale and Sandy.
yeah,
How's that going to be?
Yeah, it's going to be, the snow level is not really going to be the issue. It's kind of how far does the cold air spread into the Willamette Valley. But everywhere in the Portland metro area, so including Sandy, I mean, I'm seeing these comments pop up,
Right,
Sandy,
yeah, and
Beaverton,
everyone has a
Tualatin.
question. What about
Yeah, what about
just
my
reasonable.
neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, basically everywhere in Clackamas and Multnomah County and Clark County is going to get snow. Washington County could be a little bit of a mix. The farther west you get, probably some combination of snow and freezing rain out there.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So it's really it's coming from the east.
Yeah, the cold air is coming from the
Mhm.
east. The moisture is coming off the Pacific, but yeah, yes, it's a
That's
kind
a
of like
scientific answer.
Emeril Lagasse used to do his whole BAM thing. This is kind of like you get the cold air and the moisture, and you get a BAM over
Okay.
Portland.
Okay. Bam over Portland. Well, that's
Yep.
hopefully exciting and not too nobody gets hurt or nothing bad happens.
Right.
But I know it's going to get really cold, right? Pretty cold.
Yeah,
Cold.
it's gonna feel quite cold. The coldest night will be Friday night. There will be areas that get down to 20 degrees, probably right in the city of Portland, more like 24, 25. But it'll also be kind of breezy, so it'll feel even colder. So, it's definitely a night to find. I mean, the next few nights are going to be, you got to have shelter.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I think that's a
yep,
major concern. Obviously, here we've had that
yep,
issue before, so
yep.
I think that I'm sure that over there, under here, wherever the Oregonian person is posting information, we've got information about warming shelters and ways you can help people who are living outside. So that's important to remember. It's not only sledding and fun, but there will be some sledding and fun, I hope.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
probably some
Just sorry
sledding
to
on the roads, unintentional.
Okay, yeah,
So,
that's
yeah,
true. We all know that
yeah.
when it gets snowy in Portland, we're not super good at driving in the snow. So
Right.
maybe just stay home.
Yeah, yeah, if you can. I mean, that's just seems like reasonable advice. If you don't have to travel, just
Just
stay
don't.
home.
Okay, good.
Take it
So
easy.
that I guess my last question was, so if you're thinking, hey, this is a great opportunity to go skiing, how is the driving up to the mountain right now? Should people maybe reconsider that?
Well, basically, anytime you're going to go up to one of the ski areas, you got to be prepared for winter driving conditions. You know that the closer you get to the ski area, the more likely you are to be dealing with snow-covered roads. And so the difference is this time around, the whole trip is going to be snow-covered roads.
Right.
And just know that, if you're trying to get up to the ski area, it's going to be slow going. So,
Right, and
but
maybe you just get out your cross country skis here. You can see
there you
behind
go.
my dad's cross
Yep.
country skis. We just cross country ski.
Yep.
Great. Well, is there anything else you think we should know, or
I was looking through some of the comments. Somebody asked about freezing rain. So freezing rain is still an issue that we're watching for, and it's mainly going to be south and west of the Portland metro area. Um, the Coast Range, like between Portland and Cannon Beach or between Portland and Tillamook, could be really messy with freezing rain.
okay,
So that's, basically if you've got to travel, you know, look at your route, look at the weather conditions, the forecast, and monitor. Trip Check is a great tool from Oregon Department of Transportation to see what's going on. So yeah, freezing rain is still an issue, not so much right here in Portland, but more so potentially in Salem, and then kind of over into the Coast Range
okay,
and up towards Tillamook and Astoria. So.
perfect. And if you are just tuning in, well, we're almost done, but you can always go to OregonLive.com and check out our weather. We are covering this situation. We are very excited. And I'm sure also you can go to, what is it, weather.gov? Is that your
Weather.gov. Yep. Yep. That's
National Weather
it.
Service is one of my favorite of all the agencies because they give you so much information. You can even just call them. You don't even have to have the internet. You can just call.
Yep.
And they will tell you what the weather is.
And we're pretty active on social media, Facebook and Twitter. So
Yeah.
it's a great way to get out different ways to picture the forecast. And so if you have any interest in the weather at all, it's a good follow.
Highly recommend.
So
Well,
I'll just,
oh yeah.
I guess I want to touch, I saw a couple of comments like different places in the Willamette Valley.
Mhm.
And just to be clear, most of the snow is going to be in the northern part of the Willamette Valley, the Portland metro area, especially with this first round tonight. It'll be a little bit more widespread with the next round down into the central Willamette Valley. Salem could get some snow. The southern Willamette Valley is unlikely to get snow or even freezing rain with this event. It looks like it's just going to stay too warm down there. And as you go farther south, it's just rain from Eugene south. So it's mainly this time around. It's mainly a Portland and Vancouver deal.
Okay. Well, you guys will get your chance down there in the lower Willamette Valley someday, at some point. But Andy Bryant, thank you so much for joining
Yeah.
us and sharing this wealth of information. And I think I'm gonna just like drive home now before there's even a
There you
chance
go.
that it's icy. It's like 2 miles, but I
Yeah.
remember
Sometimes
I used
2 miles
to live
can
in the
be a
hills.
long journey.
Yeah, I just remember once, years ago when it was snowing and all the cars were just like slowly rolling
Yep.
different directions down the hill.
Yep.
Yeah, we're just gonna go home. But yeah, thank you so much. And everyone else, go to organlive.com and find out the latest and stay safe.